Hey, everybody, it's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan. Look at this photograph. Is this really fun or what? It's Mr. Garlinghouse in his Yahoo days, taken April 27, 2007. You know, at this time, Facebook had just opened its platform to the world. Yeah, they only had 12 million accounts. And Mac started to use the Intel chip. And do you remember the Wi-Fi hotspots? That was a big thing. They had begun to appear in the major cities. Along with AOL, can you believe they almost bought Facebook and YouTube? But it was Google, of course, we know, that pulled the trigger on YouTube with their $1.65 billion deal. Yet we had the launch of the Airbnb platform. Kindle came out, and of course, the Apple iPhone. So I think in 10 to 15 years, we're going to see the platform Coil mentioned on those list of innovations of this time. And I want to let everybody know that I finally uploaded my first video on Coil. I'm going to use this platform for my Fluff. It'll be the extended versions of Japanese culture. So I'm very much looking forward to your feedback. If you can tell me what you think, that would just be great. And if you missed the video that Jungle did on Coil today, it's very good. I loved it. I'm going to put a link to it in the description below. And you won't believe this. This is Omar. I have been listening to him for nearly 3 years. He does a great job at covering cryptocurrency news in the space, but he never, he just almost never talks about Ripple or XRP, but today he devoted nearly 10 minutes of his video to Coil, and he also even mentioned cinnamon. So I do think Coil is breaking through many different communities and going to reach out in so many genres that we will see those list of innovations from this time, and Coil will be one of those on the list. Okay, well, I have not heard back from the events team at Ripple in regards to the Swell event that's going to take place in Singapore on November 7th and 8th. No, I'm not really holding any real hope. Last year, when I applied to get a green light to go, I heard back in 24 hours, thanks, but no thanks. I put in my request this year on the 1st of August, and I'm still not getting an answer back. I did receive this email that says that the team is currently reviewing my invitation request and they will confirm my registration shortly. Yeah, I don't think so, but it is kind of fun to try. I am really curious why Singapore was chosen for their location this year. And I do have some speculation. This, by the way, on the right-hand side is the building that the Ripple team in Singapore occupies. It's a really beautiful part of the city. You know, Singapore is very, very tiny. If you don't know, it's probably not even as big as Manhattan, but there is a lot going on. And it is a country of smiles. When I'm in Japan, Japanese people are very stoic, so they don't smile a lot. And I kind of miss that smile because Americans do smile a lot. And when I landed in Singapore the first time, I realized, oh my gosh, this is a smiley country. People are just smiley. And the population, too, is very much like New York. It's a very, very diverse population. There are people from all over the world in this country. And so if you are an English speaker too, it's easy because most everybody speaks English. Anyway, the food is great. I really recommend, if you want to see Asia, put Singapore on your list as well. And so what is going on? Well, there's a lot going on in the way of XRP in the Asia Pacific region. Here we have a position that's open for a business development lead with xRapid for the Singapore office. And you can see they're looking for a dynamic individual to spearhead growth and develop key partner relationships across Asia Pacific from their regional office in Singapore. And as a core member of the xRapid APAC team, so they've got a team in place, you will build strategic relationships to drive volume and build a healthy ecosystem cross-border payments leveraging blockchain technology and digital assets. So it is really good because you will be able to identify and secure commercial relationships with key xRapid partners across this Asian Pacific region, including cryptocurrency exchanges, payment companies, and financial institutions. So I think for the Swell event, we're going to hear a lot about what's going on with XRP in this part of the world. And we were informed of the two keynote speakers. This first one is Dr. Rajaram Rajan, and he is going to speak at the event. He's the former IMF chief economist and governor of India's central bank, and also somebody else who's very interesting. This is Mr. Kamal Qadir. He's won a lot of awards. He's been in the technology space for a long time, and I want to tell you about his business because it's kind of interesting. So he is behind the company that's called Bcash. He started this in Dhaka in 2011. That is the country of Bangladesh. And just with $5 million, he brought banking to the unbanked. He has grown this business to nearly 70 million people who use it. To move money in this small country, you used to have to do it physically. And so now that they can use their mobile phones, it's 35 times less to move money with Bcash than before. And he has been able to reach 80% market share through the speed and the convenience and the safety. They do 4.5 million daily transactions, and they use the phrase, just Bcash me, which means to just send me some money. So he has built his inclusion, and now he's ready to build on layers on top of that. So he wants to become not just a payments company, but also a company that has other services. His profit is made by a withdrawal fee, I think somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.85% to withdraw the money. And he sets up these stations, or these actual fronts where you can pick up your cash. He turned a profit for the first time in 2014, and now he is poised for international expansion. I had a little bit of a conversation with his live chat support last night and tried to find out about their international expansion, but I tried to find out if it's happening this year, because I'm thinking maybe there's some big announcement with the use of Ripple's technology and the digital asset. I don't know, but I couldn't get any information. And then they were very polite, and I just think they just don't know the answer to the questions that I was asking. But I thought it would be worth a try. And do you know that Bill Gates actually invested in this company? He is very much a supporter of banking the unbanked. And he did his investment under the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And Alipay, also part of the Ali Group, or Alibaba Group, were investors as well. So they now are equity partners. This is a very interesting video. I'm going to include it down in the comment section below. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation open letter, their year-end letter in 2015, actually mentioned Ripple because he is very much a person who has a lot of positive things to say about Ripple because of their ability to also reach the unbanked. Okay, so if I keep it going here, this is an event that is going to take place before Swell. It is September 18th, where the director of business operations at Ripple, this is Janelle Surti, he's going to speak at PayThink. PayThink has a bank-focused payment forum. It's a faster payment summit. I think it's going to happen in LA, and I think this is going to be an interesting panel. The panel title is called Driving Competitive Advantage with Real-Time Payments. He'll be joined with the Vice President of Product and Strategy of the Clearinghouse, and also the VP of Immediate Payments at BNY Mellon, and the payments innovation company called Early Warning, which is also quite instrumental in getting those micropayments done through mobile. So the big list of attendees, it's a major event, which is why I think we're going to get a lot of information out of this. There's some 150 major players in the payments industry like Santander, Google, Uber, Visa, MasterCard, PNC. Wells will be there, JP Morgan, B of A. It's really some big names, and I am looking to see what comes out of this event. And there's some RemTech awards to talk about. So these RemTech awards are to highlight innovative and outstanding technological solutions that are designed to improve remittance services worldwide. And I want to tell you, there are a couple of Ripple partners that have just received awards. The first one is the Technology Innovation Award for 2019, Coins.ph. We know that they are providing that XRP liquidity for the Philippine corridor. And the year before that, in the RemTech Awards, I found that Bitso was named a company to watch. They received their pioneering spirit. And now we see Bitso really active with a lot of XRP going across their exchange for that MoneyGram corridor to Mexico. All right, so what's happening in Japan? Well, this is happening, which I'm kind of interested in, because Coinbase looks like it's getting very, very close to opening in Japan. This is a tweet that came out just on Friday, right? Yeah, on the 16th, which was Friday. The person that's heading up that project here, Mr. Nao Kitazawa, he is the general manager of Coinbase for Japan, and he says that he's excited about this project getting underway. I think they're very close, because when I go to the Coinbase website, I'm just all over the place, aren't I? They have 6 positions opening right now. And so this tells me that they are getting very, very close to launch, because you wouldn't want to hire the staff too far out prior to your launch date, only because you're saving the overhead costs. So the fact that they're looking for their managers and payment operations, also a support quality analyst and a can't talk now, a product marketing manager, yeah, it tells me they're getting very, very close. Okay, everybody, we are, I think, jumping right to the fluff here. I'm going to talk about tsukimi. Tsukimi is the Japanese word for moon viewing. And moon viewing has been a part of the culture here for, gosh, more than 1,000 years. It is something that is really done in the late summer and fall. And you can see that one of the big dates coming up is September 13th. That's going to be a big harvest moon. And at that time, people celebrate with these small little rice balls that are symbolic of the big harvest moon. And the pampas grass also is something that you see. Well, it has been done in the very interesting ways in Japan for centuries. In the Edo period, which is like 1603 to the mid 1800s, there was parties out on boats during the full moons, and they would not only look at the moon from the boats, but they would also enjoy the moon with the reflection of the water. And when we go to Kyoto, you can see that some rooms were actually designed to have a reflective ceiling. And so follow this. the full moon would reflect in the water below, which would then throw up reflection on the ceiling above. So you would be able to enjoy this shimmering, glimmering movement of the moon in the water, but viewing it on the ceiling as you laid in the room on the floor. Amazing, huh? Think about that. Get the moon, reflection on the water, being casted up on your ceiling. It's just a really sophisticated way to enjoy the moon. And also in Kyoto, you'll find that they had some interesting Zen gardens that would have a moon viewing mound. And this would throw the light off of the moon to the water below. And so you get that combination again of viewing the moon with its light being casted onto the water. Very, very, very interesting. So I think everybody in Tokyo is going to participate for moon viewing on September 13th. The 600 steps up on the Tokyo Tower will be open to a special 10 p.m. hour so that you can go up to the observation deck in the evening to view the moon. But I think my favorite spot is going to be on the 54th floor of the Mori Tower. This is in Roppongi, and they have a very special moon viewing night party, which is free, and you can go up and view the moon by lots of different telescopes that they'll have on the observation deck. This is a great place to visit when you come to Tokyo and want to see the view in a 360-degree round. Okay, everybody. Yeah, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.